audio, video.
Yike.
Hi there.
Help.
I'm Dustin.
I'm frustrated. There we go. Jesus Christ.
Oh no, it's my voice. Oh god.
What?
Or was that just an ad? I just heard a noise. There's glitter on my keyboard. Hold on.
Can't imagine why.
That's right. Sometimes you slather yourself in butter and
I thought we were talking about glitter. Why is there butter?
Do some very glamorous programming. Anyway. How's it going, Lorraine?
Present.
Indeed. I am just...
Near the end of the week. Had a particularly busy day here.
Uh-huh.
And otherwise, just...
I'm just a little pooped.
Keeping on.
We got our couch today. A new couch.
Yay!
It's nice. It's different.
Sort of.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think we'll take some getting used to. But I feel like furniture... We don't get new furniture very often.
No.
We just don't cycle that stuff out very much. But I feel like it's like shoes where I'm going to feel uncomfortable on it for like a couple weeks. And then at some point it'll just feel natural.
Gotta get that butt groove back.
I mean, yes, kinda.
Just don't like...
Yeah, new shoes are the worst. New shoes can fucking suck it.
Hi, bub. Welcome.
I'm surprised that like pre-worn shoes haven't caught on, like pre-worn jeans or whatever. Because it's genuinely pretty nice to have a pair of shoes broken in for you. Like if they're at least got a little wear on them. Just...
But I feel like it's like cars, though. It's like it's value depreciation. Like shoes only get you so far because...
Well, clothes are different, though, because I don't even know if this is still a thing, but at one point, pre-worn jeans were still like, oh, it's designer. I spent $200 on this pair of fucking jeans.
But I think that was more aesthetically than actually like they were comfortable. Like,
sure.
I think they were more distressed rather than pre-worn. Because they had strategic tears and like...
Sure. When I say pre-worn, I don't necessarily mean like they used to clothe somebody before this. I mean like they were worn out prior to their being sold.
Yeah,
but
I'm pretty sure that's called distressed.
That's fine. I mean, jeans, I call it controversial. I'm not willing to attribute emotional states to pieces of clothing.
Man, I don't know.
I don't know. You're right. They do call them distressed jeans. And I guess it's fine to use that word that way from a purely, but in my head, in my personal head, this brain,
God, that brain.
When I hear the word distressed, I pretty much only think like emotional turmoil, not like physical.
I mean, them's the signs of the times, though. Everything's distressed.
What?
Me, this cat. She's lounging real hard. She's also just in the bathroom because her face is extremely wet right now.
Yeah, she's just sitting. She's enjoying the new couch.
Mm-hmm.
She's having a good old time sitting on that thing.
I'll be like a sectional.
Anyway, I need to... Oh, that's... I think we... Where are the scenes? Where's the scenes?
It's in the scene folder. Amazing. Start screen bad. No, my mug is not for you, Bubby.
So this may be not the... Where is... This is the one we need. Okay, anyway, I'm just loading stuff up and thinking of myself. I wish say that. No, you can't see her on the couch cam, but that is what do you think's going on in there, Colette? The cat is literally looking for like a tempest in a teacup. She's just like, oh, what's...
She's very interested in
what's
it.
happening in there? In that mug.
She doesn't know.
Colette, you were extremely strange.
Nice strange girl.
But yeah, we're gonna mess with some game stuff. Like I said, I'm just kind of I spent all afternoon messing with that couch. Shifting it about the room, whatnot, moving a bunch of other furniture. If you want to judge my stubble based on the fact that I was too lazy to shave this morning, or the fact that I grew a nice soft patch from the manly act of moving furniture around a room, the answer is yes. What's more manly than lifting heavy things? I ask you.
I don't know. You tell me. I apparently get this information wrong. So.
What?
Certain orders of operation.
Oh, that's a deep cut. Too deep for the inside jokes abound.
I mean, that's what happens when you're in an echo chamber with idiots. Like
the
dumb jokes get louder.
My autobiography. Oh.
Don't get me wrong, I love being there, but it just, like, the insanity and inanity of everything just spirals, my dude. It's like the best possible way. I like it, and you should too.
The thing we're gonna start doing here is the thing I said we were gonna start doing last stream. What are we gonna call that room?
Huh?
We're gonna start the process of spinning that other spawning enemy room thing up into its own like boss fight scene. What do we want to call it?
Can we just call it Final Boss?
Okay.
No.
It's fine with me. I just need a suggestion. It's like I'm doing improv over here. Like, give me a place and a profession, grocery store, and a pharmaceutical technician. What could a funny interaction be with like I don't know. He gives Viagra to the orthodontist. Improv. Final boss room. There. So we've got that. Let's build that. But yeah, let's, as I'm typing and spewing non sequitur nonsense, let's recenter this back to what we're actually doing. As I said, I'm Dustin, that's Lorraine.
Wow.
We make video games sometimes, allegedly.
Maybe.
If I were to, like, be interrogated for, like, where were you on the night of June 48th?
Yep, that's a date.
I'd be like, I don't know, Mad Hatter from Wonderland.
You're just
probably
like,
making video games.
Do we need to get you up at 7:45 every morning? Because you're just like, this is just improv gold right
definitely,
here.
I got up because the people came with the couch earlier than they're supposed to, and I didn't get much sleep again after the fact.
You don't say.
So I'm also maybe a little punch drunk, but but anyway.
Maybe it's for the best. I was at work all day. Maybe it's for the best.
Last Saturday.
Wow.
Said we're gonna take the scene that was like you basically had prototyped into like this is the thing that
it
like
worked and then
right that it
updated and it
in
broke.
some version of the game it worked before we changed a bunch of shit and it was like
that too.
There's a bunch of positions where enemies spawn in. You kill all the enemies. When you kill all the enemies, the little core thing that like is stopping your progress through the room dies, whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, we should either just get rid of or use it. And I like the idea of using it because it's cool. You already built most of it. You should use it. And so tonight we're going to start the process of reintroducing into the game, including this scene, which is
amazing.
This script is just part of our testing process, honestly. Sure. But the nature of the game itself is that the scene that we've loaded here, this title screen scene, is actually the first thing that loads when you boot up the game.
Correct.
As an executable, because it instantiates some stuff like the audio controller and maybe one or two other things that
It's a bootstrapping scene. That's what it is.
Yeah, totally. That the rest of the game needs to function, and those objects will persist as different other levels load.
Because if you do that for like more explanation's sake, if you have just a generic scene, like a title screen or whatever, and you instantiate a bunch of stuff on start, if you go back to that, i.e. starting the scene again, you will double up on some of those unless you put certain precautions in place, which can and also cannot work.
Mm-hmm.
So the bootstrapper scene is literally just a one-time deal. The game starts, this scene goes, and all of these persist with a... I think it's mostly just a script, a line of code that just says don't destroy on load, which allows it to persist.
Yeah, within Unity itself. Yeah.
Within Unity. So this particular, like this completely blank scene never gets touched again. It loads immediately the title screen, which would then get cycled back to as the gameplay loop persists. But this scene, which does the instantiating, does not, which is what keeps that from happening. It's important.
Yeah, I'm sure
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
I'm sure that many or most games, Unity or otherwise, do
Probably.
things like this at some points, but it is I would call it a logically sound, relatively straightforward way to spin up resources that you know are going to
persist.
Be active, right? Persist through essentially the entire runtime of your executable.
Level selector, my dude. Love that object.
But for testing purposes, this one is just like, if we want to transition from for testing purposes from just into any scene that already exists, like if I want to just try the boss fights or whatever without playing the game.
Yeah. And it then brings forward all the stuff needed to run a level.
Right. And right, the reason it pivots out of this scene into that is just for the same reason that every level pivots out of the scene into that. Is this scene sets up stuff that the other levels need to function. So
because like for example, when you can move the animator back, it doesn't have to stay there anymore. When I was doing
there.
When I was doing more individual level testing, I would have to have like all of the objects that are neat, like the audio, the playlist controller, the level selector item had to be there in the levels, even if they were deactivated, like just for a normal loop, because I needed them to physically run the scripts. Like a lot of them were referenced by different things. If I wanted to test stuff individually in those levels, say I was checking enemy spawns or whatever in a randomly generated level, I needed to have them in there. I needed to activate them, and then I could play it. As opposed to this thing that Dustin has put together that just does that and persists them, and you have a drop down that lets you pick things.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's type 3 level test or something like that. If you want the actual scene name,
change that to this, and then we have to go find.
Just click on just go click on the scenes in the folder stack. Type 3. It's literally the drop down is open. It's literally right there. No, on the bar. There you go. That's the name of the level.
Okay.
I mean, you don't need to go there. Why do you need to go here?
No, we do need to go here for one reason. I'll show you in a second. First, let's save scene as. We're just gonna make a copy of it for right now. I'm gonna leave this one.
You're not. Wait, why are you? What?
I'm gonna leave this one as is. We're gonna go scenes. We're gonna go to.
You're not in it though. Oh, you are. Never mind.
Yeah, I am. It just took a second. Screen. We're gonna go to bosses. And we're gonna save it in the boss folder, and we're gonna call it this. Because that's our naming convention for these boss levels.
Yes.
And then we're going to save it. And then now we have to click build settings, I think, or build and run. I forget which. And that's over here. And this is like, here are things you need to set up to run on different platforms. And I need to click add open scenes because Unity won't load any scene unless it's in this list of.
Why don't you just move it up by the other ones so you can change their order? Just like drag it all the way to the bottom. Put it up by the other bosses. There we go.
Okay, now we should be able to load it back from the title screen. And then some stuff still might be weird for all kinds of reasons, for proprietary reasons in the scene, or because now that it's labeled as a boss level and it wasn't before, it might need other stuff that
Mhm.
let's see what happens. I have no idea what's going to happen when we run this, but it should at least load that scene up, and then something will happen. Probably not gameplay.
Whom can say? Do you have a controller plugged in?
I do. All right. Well, this is more than I thought we'd get. I figured it would. Do we not have any errors? Is it just kind of inert? That's sort of impressive. It's like impressive and scary in its own way.
Yeah, because like those are supposed to be like
Right.
changed, like they're all in a deactivated state presently.
Mm-hmm.
Because those if I remember correctly, those lines, like the leads from the spawners to the thing, animate as well when they're activated. So when you destroy one of the spawners, they stop doing that and just turn dark.
I have to say, these look even better. I'd only really seen I was only looking at the smaller preview window. Here, let me full screen it for a second. But
it's bigger than I remember.
Yeah, it looks great.
Sure.
I dig it. That's all. Just compliments to the chef. Art connoisseur, art.
Sure.
Art garçon.
Art goblin.
Art goblin. Yeah, whatever you prefer.
An affront to mankind and nature alike. I do art crimes.
Yeah.
But not like steal art. Like I make
like it.
art crimes.
Like the just like the. I know this is work you did a while ago, whatever, but I like the coloring on the core thing, the tube, the metal part. I don't know, it looks good. I like it. I just like it. That's all.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. I love shading spheres. I don't know what it is. I do it. Like,
yeah, right. The little thing in the
time.
center is like, it just looks good.
I mean, it's the same. It's a similar thing on the spawners, just slightly different.
Yeah.
I love shading spheres. It soothes me. It's a placating shape. I do it with pens and
sharp
pencils
looking shit
in notebooks all
Gotta
the
respect
time.
it.
Thank you.
But anyway, so all that aside, so we haven't had it error out, which is, I guess, good, but it's obviously not functioning. Like, it's not doing any of the things it's supposed to do. So, and I know this is a big ask because we haven't touched any of this stuff in years, but where do you think we should begin in trying to unwind, and trying to get this to work? Let me go load this scene back up, and we'll go mess around in it again before we.
I'm going to assume that, like most boss fights,
And do you want me to load? Should I load up that scene immediately? Or should I load up another one of the other boss fights for reference first?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Like I was saying.
Go on.
I think the best place to start is to look at the boss script, because their scripts generally are what start the fight. They have connection to some kind of trigger volume, which may be connected to the room. So let's see.
Remember, this originally wasn't envisioned as a boss scene, so none of that stuff's going to be in here.
It still
probably
needs to activate somehow. See, no, play area borders is outside. Never mind. That's the just in case you got out of this, you can't literally go forever.
But you're not wrong on that. Like,
there's generally a volume somewhere.
The carrot room.
That starts these fights. Like the area of the room that the carrot's in may or may not still see the carrot attack area. If you see that right there, that is what activates the fight. When Marta crosses over into that, he will start attacking. When she leaves, it turns him off. That was before you put like a. Do you block them in? I don't remember if you do.
Yeah, that just spawns another one of these little corpses in there, so you can't go backtrack out of it.
Doing some digging on this end. Assembler coming in clutch. Level scripts? Spawner level scripts. Look at that! My god, there's a whole thing. Spawner room controller. Let's see what that boy does. Well, that's the start of it, at the very least.
Spawner room controller.
That is connected to the volume. I don't know what's up with the volume, but it literally just. Oh, that turns the interesting.
So this is commented out.
Well, there you go. That's why it's not working.
Menu try to just uncomment it and see what the hell happens.
I'm curious.
I'm sure now it'll error out, but I guess that's
Maybe.
fine.
Well, yeah, when you don't get rid of the other thing. I'm gonna look at what is this? Spawner parent controller might be the next thing. No, you just have everything, so nothing's gonna happen.
And so this is probably, I probably commented this out because it's broken now, because probably something I changed somewhere else broke it.
Well, because you commented out the entire script that it's referencing.
Okay.
So if you go to definition of spawner parent controller, which is what that is. No, not that definition. The actual class up top. Up top. Spawner parent controller. The blue thing next to public. The first line in the script. Go to definition. I'm assuming that will open the script. Perfect. There you go. That's why it's mad. Just try uncommenting it. I'm just... because we won't know what's going to happen unless we let something happen. Current spawner. Try just looking at current spawner. Goop spawner controller. There you go. Up in assignments. No. Just the script name. Not that. That's a variable. Right there. What have you done? No wonder my level doesn't work. Just go. Just I want to see.
Right.
I just want to see.
I mean, this... I don't know if this is going to break that other scene now.
What other scene?
The other boss fight that has all this stuff in here.
This is still not enemies though. This is literally the objects in the room. This is the main boss and the spawners. And the fight doesn't have them. Because see, this is all just stuff for the things. This isn't even the enemies. Because that's... let me check. Is cable controller commented out? No, cable controller is not commented out. Because I bet... level scripts again. Because it's probably an enemy scripts, I'm assuming. Where all those chaser guys are. Yeah, the chaser scripts are completely separate. Like in a completely different folder. Oh, because I guess that was part of it. That's probably something you changed.
Trying to see if I just... yeah, I think I just replaced it with a start function.
I mean, you could maybe just go... well, go back to that other script that was referencing it. Was that the spawner controller, probably? No. Oh, it doesn't need that. I mean, you could just check that start function and just like make it again and just change its name, and that should be fine. Because those are all very specific to this fight. So I don't think having that will necessarily affect... if it's just a function, like, I don't think it would affect the other one. Like, if it just doesn't get called elsewhere, just make a public function that references that. Like I said, just check the chaser start if it's still in that script. I think it might just be over on... is it on the other side? Because you don't have that open anymore. Because there's like a drop down. There might just be too many scripts open. Do you have any idea what I'm talking about?
1 sec. Just close up the stuff that we're not working with right now.
Yeah, it's just over on the right-hand side. So check that start one, which might just be that one up there. Okay, no, not chaser start, not actual start.
Yeah.
There. Or just ignore it again.
I'm trying to look at them together because they do similar but not identical things.
Like I said, I think it should be a separate thing, because if you want to use them in two different places, because the ones in the other fight won't need this.
Well, yeah, but that's not the problem. The problem is, like, we have to figure out if these need to be exclusive, if there's a way for it to always run the start and then sometimes run this. Do you know what I'm saying? Because, like, it's very easy to not run this function in another scene that doesn't require it. We just never call it. But the start's going to get called regardless every time one gets created. So if there is a reason that this can't happen in this instance, we just have to account for it.
I mean, just again,
you can just try it out and see what the fuck happens.
Listen to me for like half a second, please. Thank you. Do another check to see if it's the final boss room or not. If it is, put the stuff in there. If not, do it in the other one. It still needs to get it needs the passes for this fight, because the spawners do specific things. Like the spawners don't just shoot out random guys. They're connected to the color that they are. So it won't need the random is fine for otherwise or whatever. But I would just put a check in the start.
Yeah, that's fine.
To just check if it's the final level. If it is, who cares? If not, just don't run it. Don't run it at all.
What is the call for that? Which when did we just did this? I always forget.
It's the level ending scene. I think here. Let me. If you updated this stuff.
Yeah, right. That would have been. I guess that would have been committed not that long ago.
Not input scripts. Not players. Just turn on. Look at settings no. Controller icon. Boss level transition prefab. That's this scene. Okay, so it needs the scene manager, which I think is open the level transition menu script. I think is what will give you the code you can just copy. Why do you need a console?
I don't know.
Level transition menu script. So you need using Unity Engine.scene management. And then if you go, I'm not sure exactly where that is.
This one, right? Yeah.
Go back to that. The call
right here.
Yeah. You're missing a parentheses at the end, just so you know. Did you type if 2 equal 1 on there?
Yeah.
Okay. Final boss room, right? That's the name of the level.
I think so. Let's see.
Scene manager active scene is not equal to. You're in the carrot.
Still boss room though. Yeah. Okay.
So then that will just.
All right.
If it's not that, that'll work.
Good enough.
I'm curious to see.
Let's see what happens.
I want to know so
okay.
bad.
My like I said, will there be any unintended consequences in that other boss fight where I tried to add the chasers? I don't know. We'll find out.
I doubt it. Big doubt. Doubt Aga. That checks out. I mean, just look at, I want to see what the other errors were. Clicked on just the last one.
It's just like, they're all the same thing.
Yeah, it's probably just it looks like the spawners are mad. Interesting. Very interesting. Good old Death Check. What a function name. I'm so good at naming things.
They don't have parents.
That's so sad.
I'm assuming that's what that is. Spawner destruction, spawner ID. But the fact that it's even like, does this just get called by default? I guess it does. That gets called and take damage. Take damage get called by default? It's called an on-collision enter, so something is colliding with it, quote unquote, on the start. And this is, it's an alt weapon or a clamp edge, or
that was when all of the ones had different tags for some reason. I don't know how much of that's even true anymore. Because I know you changed around a lot of the tags.
Oh, I guess it could be this one too, because its calls take damage either way. Huh. Because this is just making the other things hurt it more.
Mm-hmm.
I probably wrote this code.
No, I definitely wrote that.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember.
It says 3 references. What's the third reference? For Death Check.
What do you mean, like the errors themselves?
No, it literally says 3 references above the function. That means it's written 3 times, right?
Yeah, probably. Assuming that's correct.
1, right? 1 is there because Death Check only happens in
Oh, current document. Okay. Update, take damage, and that other, and chaser or something.
Checking if they die.
So you're right. I guess that could have. Well. So okay. So this is where it's actually being called, and when we launch the scene. So good call there. It's not the collision one. It just is called every update frame.
That's weird. I wonder why. What if you just comment that out and just see what happens?
I can try it.
Because
in fact, that might be. It might be like, I don't know what they're supposed to be parented to or parented from, and if that would necessarily be active on the first.
Go over to go to the spawner parent controller and see if it is childing them, because it might.
I have to load up that scene.
It's literally be in the script. Because if they're not childed to it, you can do that in code. You can unchild stuff in code. You can child. I do that all the fucking time. A monster. Horrible cold-blooded monster.
See, this says spawner parent, so that might be. It might happen in here. Or I guess.
So there's something to that. Why doesn't it assign anything? Spawner parent controller ID. I feel like that should have called something.
What do you mean?
Or is that? Oh no, it's getting.
See, this is code that I haven't touched, so I'm not 100% what we're looking at
Same.
here. But if I had to guess,
This is old ass code, my dude.
we're gonna have to mess with this scene either way.
I still just want to see what happens if it doesn't have that death check immediately.
Yeah, we can find out. Which script was that even in? Is it this
Goop
one?
spawner controller, the one that has an asterisk on it. Spawner start. So, no, that was in here. That's got to happen somewhere. Where does that happen?
What do you mean? I still don't know what you're.
Because it's getting. Go back up for a little bit. Up a little bit. Up, 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 up. There you go. Spawner start. It's getting called somewhere. Because it's got a reference to that. It has a thing called parent. Which is that. It's getting that from there. And then go down to the death again. Go down, just death check the whole function, not just the call.
Oh, it's right there.
Yeah, okay, so that's not actually a childing issue because it's just named parent. That is that object. I don't know why that definition. Because see, that's just, it's a reference to when that starts. Because it's getting called from somewhere. Where's its reference? Can you find that reference? It's probably in, I'm assuming it's in spawner parent controller.
Yeah.
An assignment.
Yeah, see, we followed this down.
Yeah. Is it just in start then?
I think so.
It's literally right up there.
Yeah.
0. Okay, so there we go. That's part of it. 0 references to spawner parent start. That's not getting called, right? That's what that means?
I think so. Yeah.
So how does this start then? Because it needs to... Where is it getting that string? Where would it be getting that string from is the thing. Where was that supposed to be called?
Like I said, this is...
I know this is me. This is my code.
And it's not really on you to know what's going on here either because it's been so long since you've touched it, but it just means we're going to need to
back to that level scripts.
do it either collectively or on an individual basis,
spawner
a
level
deeper dive to figure out what's going on here.
Spawner level setup controller. Have we looked at that?
I don't know.
I think we did because you uncommented all of that. I think that was part of it, but why did it still error out when everything was uncommented? Is there any way to find out what that's connected to?
Like what game object?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Not an easy way. So what spawner? What did you just say?
It's spawner level setup controller. Right there. Oh, it's still on there. Just uncomment this. Because that's what calls this. That's where that is. So that start's not getting called, so it's not parenting the things to it. That's where the colors get assigned. Okay, that's something.
Oh.
You did something.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Let's fucking go, my dude.
Different error. This might have something to do with the way that I changed the things themselves. I'm not sure. Let's see.
No, it's still spawner parent. It's this script. It's the boss is what is acting up. It's still not the chasers. Do you even read what it was referencing? I wish I knew what that was on. Something in this level has this script, and I want to know what it is.
Well, now we've confirmed that the script has run, so it's actually in the scene. So
yeah, that's what I know, but I want to know.
We can just go object by object until we find it.
Is it spawner level? No.
I guess I don't need to unplay this. I can just keep it paused.
Why did it go, though?
Oh, because I just unpaused it.
Does it still just work? Whatever.
I'm sure it won't do anything here. I mean, I'm going to pause it right now. And just did a different error even.
Because that's the start. So the starting volume is there.
Uh-huh.
But it's still fucked. Yeah, see on trigger enter. Spawner room controller, I think, is the dummy that we're looking for.
This one has the spawner parent controller. What script are we looking for?
Spawner level setup controllers. What's throwing the error? Spawner level room. Can you check that for me? Or is that it? That's the bitch.
There's no references to anything.
Well, there you go. That's part of it.
I'm guessing these are all supposed to be dragged over because they're all public.
Yeah, it's spawner parent controller. It's cable controller and blockage controller are what it's missing. I believe they're all named that.
This says cable controller, so...
you should probably unplay it for it to hold.
Yeah,
go back to this scene.
No, you're right. You're correct.
I'm smart sometimes, but most
let's go back over here.
Yeah, not the carrot. Spawner level controller. Haha. Okay, this is something. Try just dragging blockage and see if that does it.
That does have that script on.
Okay, perfect. So just go back to that one.
Oops.
Okay, so blockage is the boss. You just lock it. Just lock it.
I could. I almost did.
You're a lazy butt. And then spawner controller.
Yeah.
So that's just... Those all lit. Spawner control, I guess, has all 4 of those childed to it. That's what it looks like, because they all lit up, meaning that they're connected to it, that object. So that's something. Still mad. Index is out of range. That's exciting. Color. Huh. Where is it getting that script, though? Where is it getting the colors from? Where was that being built? Because I saw it.
Well, here it's not. It's just a static. It's just 4. Like it's just typed in as a value. It's not counting them from somewhere else externally.
No, that's not it. String thing equals individual colors I. It's individual colors is what should have the string.
But I'm saying, see this loop? This loop doesn't go for like individual colors dot length. It goes for from one.
Yeah, because they're supposed to be 4.
Well, let's just do this. Oh, because this gets created otherwise, right?
Because it's getting a string. I want to find out where the string colors is, Dustin. I want to know where that's getting assigned.
Yeah.
We still need to do that. We still need to find out where the spawner's parent start is in the spawner level setup controller. Let's go.
But this should fix this problem, I think.
But we're not getting colors. The string is null. That's the problem. Spawner level setup controller.
Here, this.
What is string color, though, is the thing, though.
Create color
Where
string.
Where is that getting set?
It's right here.
Okay, good.
Random.range. If it's less than 3, if it's equal to 3.
So I guess those are just numbers. I'm assuming that's what I'm getting from this is numbers 0 or 1 to 5 inclusive, or 1 to 5 exclusively, so 1 to 4. It picks one of the colors, which is probably tied to an animation because that's how we shift through things in all of these guys.
See, is this supposed to represent all 4 colors though? Because I don't know. Is that what this actually does? Like, I'm asking you what it's supposed to do, and then I'm asking what it does do.
It's building. It's taking a number. It is adding it. It's concatenating it to a string.
Yeah.
And then it's sending it to the spawner parent controller, because I think that was the start that was being called, that gets the color. They all get the color, first of all. And if you go back to that, go back to Goop spawner controller. Or any of them, honestly, they all get the color. I think the one that was actually airing out might have been spawner parent.
Sure. I don't know. But here, let's go back to this so I can finish my other question again. Do you recall, or do you think, is the desired goal of this to spit out 4 colors, including, like, it can repeat colors? Like,
Yes.
Okay, so it's not to spit out 4 distinct colors in a random order. Okay.
It's spit out 4 colors in a random order.
So that is what it's supposed to do. So you're saying it's supposed to produce, like, yellow, green, red, purple?
No. It's referencing a series of, like, animations, in a sense, just an array of the different types. So there's, like, the purple, like, the same colors that the chaser guys have. All 4 of those colors are in here. It can have each of them. It doesn't have to have all of them. But those 4 denote which colors show up in the whole level.
So you don't necessarily want one of each?
Not necessarily. That was not the goal.
Okay.
There just need to be 4, because each of them needs to get assigned a color, because that then tells them what they need to do. Does that make sense?
I guess so. Fucking parse color.
So wait, you're just giving them 1. That's weird. I don't remember doing that. I guess it's easier for testing for just be 1. I mean, the parsed color happens higher, I'm assuming.
Is that even used in this call ever? Oh, it goes to a different call.
Like I said, it's trickle down parsonomics, Dustin. Everything in each spawner and the quadrants of the boss are reliant on that color, a color, if you will.
Index is out of range here. So the number of spawner references, it doesn't actually have them. So this is just another
I mean, it could just be check.
This is another in-level problem.
Just see if all of their references got taken away from them. There you go.
I gotta actually play the scene again, but okay. So I'm guessing this is all a result of when I commented all that stuff out. I'm assuming it just like
probably.
Yeah, because why wouldn't it? Okay, so we gotta open the scene up again.
Yeah, because it didn't have those variables, so it wouldn't have to be empty. Why did you comment all of it out? What
well, like I said, I'm guessing it was the easiest way to remove a bunch of errors, and I was like, well,
but if the level wasn't loading, like, why would it matter? All of these scripts are unique. Like, none of them are in other levels.
But they still would stop the build if it's if it's erroring out, because I was changing stuff in the spawners, and if I changed something that caused these to error out in some way,
changing stuff in the spawners.
Or in the goops themselves, the little chaser ones, because I was using them in another scene, but not necessarily with all this other overhead. Here. So we want this to be 4, and it's gonna each of those little things is gonna be one of the references.
Yeah, so if you open that spawner controller, like the drop down on the left hand side, open it up. Those are all of the ones.
Does it matter which one's which?
Probably. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to go if it's like a book, Dustin.
So we got up left first.
Also, you will need
and then upright. And then down left. Down right. Nope, I did it. I went and did it.
You just locked it. It's a lock. Open it. Then give it the cable controller, which is the thing above it. And the blockage controller, which is just blockage. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Check the cable controller, because I bet that's not right. There you go. Or does it have those already?
It's got stuff on it.
Oh, because that wasn't commented out. That makes sense. Okay, check blockage then, just in case. Okay. Open it up and just to check, because I bet, because this is the main thing. This is the big guy. Don't worry about any of that.
That looks okay.
Just open it up. I want to just see, just in case. That's fine. Those are just spots for text to come out. Okay. That might have done it. Because if you had turned those off for that, nothing should probably need to be changed in here, I'm assuming.
We'll find out.
Because you didn't change any scripts. You just need to load up that level again. Let's see what we've got.
Oops. Just double clicked. It's on me. So it worked until
the colors showed up though, and they're also wrong.
Well,
sort of. So it's or not. I don't know. If the colors match up in any way at all, not quite. There's a cable that's messed up. I might have just gone around the room then. Is it?
Because this fourth one is pointing to this quadrant down here, so it's just. So I'm guessing you want this one to be the top part here, and this one to be the bottom part.
Okay,
here.
Then that's how I did it.
So really, it was probably
left, right.
Yeah, left, right. Okay.
Okay. Well,
so
at least
there's that.
We've got that for us. What is the null exception? On trigger, enter. Spawner. What is it mad about? Open it. I want to see. Start spawning script.
But is this just another null reference exception? So
maybe.
Just the thing?
It could just not be in there. Because it's the
spawner
room controller.
So I'm guessing this just doesn't have a reference to...
It's a public thing. It needs to get pulled in.
Oh, you're right. It is. It's right there. Okay.
Bubby, get your face out of my...
Alright, so let's go back to the scene.
Change the ordering.
Unplay this.
Hi, Bub. Sweet cat. Why can't you just come sit by me? Why do you have to lay on the uncomfy table?
So that's under... Nope. This one. So left. Those were where they're childed to it.
Yeah. Just lock it this time. Just lock the object thing over here. Thank you. Please and thank you. So left, up, down, right, up, down.
So up, left, down, left.
Is 2.
Upright. And down, right. Up, left, upright, down, right. Okay.
Gucci. Just need to know
and then which...
where the volume is the problem. It might be the room. Whatever has spawner room controller on it, which I don't know if we've actually found. You do need to unlock it, by the way. Hi. Not map anchor. Is it spawner level controller, or is that just an object? What are you doing? No. It didn't highlight anything, so I think that's just an object. That's not what we want. Ow. Ow. No! Spawner level room. Go up to that. Literally one up. Yeah. There's the volume, I believe. Open it up. It's probably in there. Ow. Ow. Because there's a volume in there. Is it on here?
See the box. It's right there. It's on the room.
So there's SCP. Spawner controller. All the way at the bottom. There.
Okay.
Save that shit. Hi. You're very strange with this. Colors are still wrong?
I mean, wrong is relative. They're not like I said, they're not and the two on the left are, I mean, they're both purple. I guess we don't necessarily know which one's which.
But still the right hand side is fucked up. But what is it mad about?
Let's try
What is it mad about? I want to know what it's mad about. Let me see the console, you coward. Well.
Object reference not set to instance object.
Oh, they don't have the prefab for the chaser. That's the thing that it's mad about right now.
In the chaser goop controller.
They don't have because you didn't that reference is not there. It's another cleared out one.
That's in the scene somewhere. The chaser goop controller.
No, that's the enemy. That's the physical enemy prefab. It doesn't have that because they were commented out. Give it the enemy. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Sort of. Kind of. What?
Give me the mouse. Give me control. Give me control. Just give it to me. Just give me the mouse, Dustin. Is there a mouse? It's a script attached to the enemy. They need the enemy prefab.
What are they called?
I don't fucking know. They're chaser goops.
Here, if you want that.
Give me the mouse, you coward. Eh.
Goop chaser.
I'm aware. Hey!
Colette, stop it.
Stop it.
Colette! Stop it.
Is there? Just interesting. Unless you... Wait, what was...
It's in the script itself. It's in the chaser goop controller script.
What did you mess up with the animator then? Fuck with their animator?
This wouldn't be an issue with the animator itself.
But it's airing out, it's setting the variable for the animator.
No, it's airing out because it doesn't have a reference to the animator, which maybe is getting set up in that other start and not in the chaser start.
Well, do they animate in the other one?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, you go run the other scene and see what happens. Like I said, you have to look at the difference between the That's it there. See, this is... Hold on.
Hey. Knock it off.
Scroll up to the top. Where's Anim set? Is that just Don't even see it.
What did you do?
Or is that like intrinsic to the... Scroll back down.
No, it would...
Or just give it to me.
Should be here. Like, did you just get rid of it? Do they animate in the other scene?
Go play it. They should.
What else is...
Here, give me the thing.
Do they have an animator here? Yeah, it's right there.
Here, let me see. Is it in there? Go back to that script again. I have a guess. Scroll to the top.
Why is your scroll so fucking slow?
I don't know. Is it like in chaser group movement or something? Or even a script down from that? Here's my guess. I bet I
Commented it out?
No,
monster?
I bet it's... There may be something weird about it, but I bet I'm not sure if they were part of that enemy controller or not, the base one. They might have been, they might not have been, I don't recall. But if they weren't before, that seems like a thing that I might have done.
But then none of them would be animating if you did that.
See, that's where the anim reference is. It's in here.
But they have it. It's in there. But it's protected is the problem.
Is the animation itself being called externally?
It's in a public class. I don't know if that does anything.
I feel like it wouldn't compile right if we were trying to do that. Here, give me the controller. The controller.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that didn't stay open. So I'm thinking this isn't getting called now because there's a thing we did otherwise. Because the point in this is like a thing that all the enemies have in common is that they have an animator. It doesn't matter if the animator is the same or not. It's just that they have one.
No, yeah, I know. I understand that. Like that is something that happens. Then
so for some reason,
does it just have to call that then?
Yeah. Here's my question: is this being called in the start, but not the other thing?
No, not spawner controller. It'd be chaser group controller. That one. I mean, it wouldn't be in the start because it wouldn't have been in there. Yeah. Yeah.
So we need this. Need to have this call up here, and then.
So I think if you just copy that might
probably because I think this is. Let's go back over here. These are like health values maybe and stuff. It'll be in here. Enemy health damage cooldown. So that's like how long between hits they'll take another
sound
tick.
Effects. Yeah, just copy that call.
Yeah,
and
that should be
work.
okay.
Okay.
So I definitely did this.
Oh no, absolutely, that's you.
Okay. I'll just put it in roughly the same spot, right after move true. Is that even a thing up here? Oh, right, it's right here. I'll just put it at the very end.
No. It needs to be above that. Else
okay.
Just put it at the top.
Okay.
It shouldn't matter, I'm assuming.
Probably not.
But it needs to be. It needs to have gotten that reference. at least. Get rid of him. I love him, but he needs to go.
I mean, we could just not save the scene.
I know.
Oh wait, while we're still here, actually, a thing we do want to do is here's my last guess for this: is these must be, maybe these are
maybe it's just in a U.
Maybe.
Try that. Just try.
So like try up left,
left, down right, up right.
up left, down left.
Down right, which is in place, and then up right is the bottom one.
Up left, down right, up right.
Because presumably, it seems like the cables and the boss are on the same page. It's the others that are fucking up.
Well, I have a different question. Is like, now that you've described how it does work, would you want it to work the other way?
I don't care.
Or it gives you one of each in a random order, or not, or just
really
gives
care.
you one of each in a set
I still
order.
I still like the idea is if we're giving the different types different boss properties, you could in theory have multiple of one boss type. So like you kill one, there's just slightly less fire from the ghost fish, but there's still a shit ton of fire because there's more of his pieces there, and I think that's interesting. I like chaos. You don't have to agree with me. There we go.
Okay.
Here we go. We're alive.
All right.
Check the.
Oh, and they're animating like
Yeah.
you said they would. Oh man.
Yeah, they're animating. He's animating. Colors fucked up somehow. That's new.
What? Oh.
You can see
yeah,
that.
That's weird.
Check to see if there's one that is yellow then. I don't understand.
So that means now it's even more.
I wonder why he's not doing anything. He's not attacking at all. He should be.
This
Well,
guy?
because they all have one. They all have one guy.
This thing.
Yeah, he's supposed to be doing stuff too.
I mean, whatever. We can get into that next time. This is more progress than I thought we'd make in a single sitting.
He commented out half the code.
So
He's got eyes. He does things.
and we can also look in the code and just try to figure
Never!
out what the intended.
How dare! Bold of you to assume I have intent.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do.
I mean, this could just be it for the evening, because
This is gonna be mostly it for the evening.
Okay.
Do you remember which of these sets the color? Like picks the colors, the 4 colors. Which script was that?
spawner level setup controller. Color create color string. There you go.
Okay, we're gonna do this.
No.
This is diagnostic. I'm not
No,
saying
I
this is gonna stick, but in the interest of seeing what the fuck is going on.
If you want, just make a string. You need to reference the color string is the final one. So you just have to set something equal to that. So just do color equals. Just literally type the word color all lowercase. What are you doing?
I don't know.
Go back to the top. Why did you click down there? Color equals, not C.
This is just a string?
Yeah, this is just a string.
Okay.
Do 1:2:3:4.
Yes, that's what I want.
I knew that's what you wanted.
Okay.
Listen
and that's
to
how
me.
they're separated by colons?
As you look in the
I guess
code,
so. Okay.
if we actually
right.
looked at the code, Dustin, you'd know
So
how
let's see what happens.
I have one way to create a string that is to be parsed, and it's with colons. I don't use them for anything else. So it is right. Like, what the hell? It is like a book on there, but not. Why does it keep looking different?
No, it's not right. Because see, the purple one is
No, the orientation. Ignore the spawners. Look at the cables and the boss. It's like a book. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are always correct. Those colors, the cable colors and the boss have always been right. It's the spawners that are fucked up. So it's like a book.
Well, I guess I don't know why the spawners and the cables that lead from them are...
Because they're getting set differently. Because it's the ordering of the references in the other controller.
Okay, well, maybe we can come back to this. Here's a,
And I don't know why. It's messing up.
Would you take
so
a suggestion?
Never.
How easy is it to change the little cables themselves?
Why?
Because, like, if you're going to have them... If you're going to have these two point directly to spots and be a color, why not have these actually connect to the other quadrants?
Because it's too far, Dustin.
Is that the reason? Is it?
Well, no. They are also a single object, so doing that would require a huge
well, then that's
recreation of a thing.
Then don't worry about it. I didn't know if it would be a pain in the ass or not. If it's a pain in the ass, I'm not worried about it.
The only thing I might concede to that is making it go to, like, redoing them a little bit to make them go to the basically the points of the core thing. Have the top two go to the middle and the bottom two go to the left and the right. Does that make sense to you? The metal parts.
Yeah, sure.
That would still require a fairly big overhaul, but I think they animate pretty simply, so I could probably do it.
It's up to you. I don't really care.
I mean, if you're
not
also
a hill
gonna,
that I'm going to die on. Go on.
If you're also going to be changing the room around, that will affect that as well.
I think that's more... I do think we should experiment with the layout of the room itself a little bit and then work backwards from there. So don't do anything until we decide.
On it.
Because that is a thing that I might actually want to mess with. Other than that, do you want to just call it? I am okay with calling it right here for this.
Do we want to make up some kind of game plan for what we want to tackle next?
We definitely want to fix these so that at least the colors line up.
Why don't you open up a notepad, which you are generally want to do?
I can do that.
Figure out the fuck is wrong with the colors.
Okay.
Important.
Oh, it's not in there, I guess.
What?
My cursor?
I don't know. It's there.
All right, let's unplay this.
Never. Make the colors match.
Just
Evamuate? Whomst? What is that word? Okay. You moved the T.
Oh, whoops.
You took the T from layout and stole it. Yeah, I was gonna say we need to fix the camera and the it's your favorite, the exit pipe and the level transition scene need to be updated to the boss variant. Maybe not the pipe, but the level transition scene definitely. Unless it might not even have it. It honestly might not have it because I probably hadn't built that when this was working. Another thing is the boss's animation and his attacking needs to be addressed at some point because he's not doing either of those. Well, parts of him aren't. Correct.
Anything else for right now?
Not that I can think of.
All right, good start.
Delightful.
Okay. That's some solid progress. I'll take it.
It's amazing what uncommenting commented code and remembering
what
references are.
We would get.
Bang bang. The scene loads and things happen.
we're not gonna do anything practical in it, but just for my own curiosity. Let's see what the fuck is going on with this.
Whomst.
I think that scene will really benefit from the zoomed out camera.
Probably. Again, that was something that
All right,
wasn't really...
that's a really good sign. Well, there you go. So that will hopefully means exactly the thing you said before, that although they're okay, they are dying. They just take a decent chunk of damage. That these guys appear to be working just fine. So they looked like they were pretty much working in both scenes. Although I don't know if they were taking the. I think they were flinching. I don't even remember if I shot them actually. We'll worry about that later.
Oh no.
Okay.
There's so many of them.
All right.
I love them. They're precious.
Good stuff.
I love the chaser goops. They're my favorite.
Well, thank you, Lorraine.
I love
for that,
standard goop too. He's my second favorite.
That extremely helpful co-piloting.
I can read
and
my
for
horrible C's.
For pulling that stuff out of your memory from a very long time ago. Like I said, I'm glad we solved that other thing really quickly too, because I was pretty sure that I kind of remember. I kind of specifically remember folding those classes together so that all the enemies are derived from the same base script.
I mean, that's essentially what I tried to do, but just not as eloquently.
Okay.
Elegantly?
Well, we got it going now.
Eloquent?
So.
I don't know. What are words?
Good stuff. All right. Well, thank you so much. That was a productive little evening of working on stuff. Thank you, anyone who may have stopped by and hung out with us for a little bit. We'll probably do this again on Saturday.
Yeah.
And then until next time, we gotta get this other mouse.
Wow.
There it goes.
I'm glad you didn't hand me that mouse. That would have been bad.
We'll see you later, Internet.
Bye.